These are the top stories. Chicago State University denies knowledge of Tinubu's certificates. Tinubu's classmate confirms he attended Chicago State University. Politicians, business moguls named as investigators uncover over 7 trillion naira fraud on Emefiele. The World News at 12 begins with the U.S. court adjourning ruling on a subpoena application for Bola Tinubu's records from Chicago State University after the institution denied knowledge of a certificate the Nigerian president submitted to the country's electoral commission, INEC, to run for office. VOP News gathered that the CSU lawyer Michael Hayes told the court that the school was not in a position to authenticate Tinubu's certificate as either fake or genuine. He said that the school's administrators would not be able to certify the certificate because they just don't know where Tinubu obtained it or how. Hayes also admitted that there were several contradictions in Tinubu's certificate, including the date it was issued and the name of the school president at the time.
So, if a deposition is compelled of my client here, and the issue is, was the June 22nd, 1997 diploma that President Tinubu submitted into evidence in Nigeria or offered to the, whatever that election agency there is. My client is that authentic? My client's going to say, we don't know. And we do not have his actual diploma.
To certify the produced records. Abubakar's lawyer said the documents and depositions are being sought for use in the Nigerian Supreme Court, where the final battle over President Tinubu's election is now headed. Alexandra de Gramont, who appeared in court for Mr. Abubakar, said, and I quote, "Your Honor, we don't know whether the Nigerian Supreme Court would be receptive to the new evidence or not, but we just want to be able to present the new evidence to them from CSU," end quote. Now, Tinubu's lawyers, represented via telephone conference by Christopher Carmichael, said Abubakar was on a fishing expedition. They noted that the previous statements of CSU to the effect that Tinubu graduated from the school was enough. Carmichael said there was no need to produce further evidence or place the school's officials under oath to speak to the authenticity of Tinubu's certificate. He said the proceeding would only fuel online trolls because the Supreme Court won't accept new evidence even if produced. Bola Tinubu, you would recall, submitted a certificate to INEC on June 17, 2022, claiming it was issued in 1979 and signed by Elnora Daniel. However, it was discovered that Miss Daniel did not enroll at CSU until 1998, 19 years after Mr. Tinubu was supposed to have graduated. Furthermore, she left the school in 2008 due to a financial mismanagement scandal, which occurred 14 years before June 2022, when CSU issued another certificate in Mr. Tinubu's name. This issuance was prompted by a subpoena from a Nigerian lawyer who had raised questions about Mr. Tinubu's educational background. These contradictions and other discrepancies led Mr. Abubakar to file a lawsuit compelling CSU to provide records related to Mr. Tinubu's educational history.